Hello guys and girls, Screwzilla here and I hope you're all well. And today you join me in World of Warships. Yes, we're back to World of Warships for some gaming. And I'm taking out the Leander, the British tier 5, 6, I always get my Roman numerals messed up, light cruiser. It's tier 5 I think, off the top of my head. Now, we're in a bit of a bad game here, as you can see. We're facing some very good vehicles. We're up against things like Tirpitzes, King George, Agatos, Grafspies. We're one of the lower battle rate, well, one of the lower tier vehicles in this game. So this may be a bit of a struggle. Let's see how well we go. Now, the Leander is a pretty decent little ship. Like most British cruisers, it's fast, light, and relatively stealthy. Now, the Leander was actually the class of ship, the Leander class. This was the first ship in the series built, and every other class was named the Leander class afterwards. However, they all had different names other than Leander, of course. Leander is named after Greek mythology. All the ships in this class were actually named in Greek mythology, so you had Orion, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the other ships in this series now. There were a few. I can't remember the exact ones. Anyway, so light cruiser, British, okay guns, no real armour, named after a Greek mythology where a hero would swim out to a beautiful, beautiful young lady on the other side of a big river every night because he fancied her. He lit a torch, well, he lit a torch in her room so they could find the way. She was a priestess of Aphrodite as well. He didn't end up too well because one night, in a big storm, the light got blown out and he ended up, well, losing his way and drowning and ended up dead. So that's just what you want to name a ship after, somebody that drowned. Anyway, these ships were commissioned between 33 and 36. The Leander itself... We're going to T-bone this battleship. So slow. The lightest of love taps there to the Japanese Quiche battleship there. Now, I'm going to be heading over to these islands over here. I was thinking of, but it seems the rest of our team is actually heading towards A, and I'm not gonna... Well, I'm not going to break up too much from the team because this ship has not got great survivability. Anyway, the influence of the Leander was from the York class. They were heavy cruisers, so this was a lighter variant. Around 7,000 tons. They had 8 6-inch naval guns in twin turrets, 2 forward and 2 aft, as well as numerous anti-aircraft guns. They had 4-inch guns, which also worked as anti-aircraft guns, I believe. They were high-angle guns as well. But yeah, all in all, the Leander's pretty decent. She has some decent torpedoes as well, actually. One of the things with all the British cruisers, some decent torpedoes on board, as well as having that smoke available, and of course a heel, which is essential in this boat because you have such little armour. Now this Akatsuki here is AFK obviously, so that's always good. We're basically 2 people down now, so that's always nice when we have people AFK. I'm glad I turned around because, yeah, I would not have survived if I kept going. That Amagi is absolutely bollocks over there. I might try and offer a little bit of support because that Sims is going to really cause some problems. Hopefully we can swing our guns to bear in a minute. Nope, the Sims is turning off. We might be able to get a few shots No, we're too far out from that, Sims. Okay, so that Margie should be okay for a little bit. There is a Tirpitz firing on him. Now we've got some torpedo bombers heading towards the Enterprise over there, so I'm going to actually start steaming towards the Enterprise to provide some AAA support for it. Just being detected by those planes. Now there's some bombers. Looks like they're going away now, which is good. They're heading towards the Amagi there, so the Amagi's going to get absolutely schwacked by that poor Amagi. He's not having a good game. I'm very glad I didn't end up going that way, in all honesty. Good job avoiding the torpedoes. Has taken a few hits though. Oh yeah, that was a big hit. So we're down a battleship now. Hopefully the Amagi can just about get there. The Sims is out of my range. Now let's head around a bit and see what we can do. Now the Leander actually survived the war. She ended up going to the New Zealand Navy, I think, off the top of my head. Yeah, the Royal New Zealand Navy. So the actual Leander class did pretty well all in all. There was only about 3 or 4 ships in the line that were lost in action, which is pretty good considering. For a light cruiser, generally these things got a hammering. You know, it was pretty hard work for these little cruisers to survive. Okay, we've got an Attigo coming through here. Now we're going to hold off on our torpedoes, because if we launch them now we're going to just hit the key in the Cleveland, so we don't want to do that. The Leningrad, sorry. Let's fire off a salvo and we might get some hits on that. Well, it's looking good, looking good. Oh, we got one hit. Beautiful. Good job. Okay. Fire on that Attigo. Might be a little bit short there. This Cleveland's going to just come straight into us here. Oh. I know you're trying to escape, Cleveland, but I had shots on that guy and now things are going to get hard for me. So what I might start doing is laying up a bit of some smoke here, because we're in a bit of a fighting situation. So I'm going to try and get ahead of the key in the North Carolina here, just so I can start smoking up. And give our team a little bit of a respite from some of these ships. Now that North Carolina's going to be steaming too far away, so I'm going to start smoking up now. Just to give that key a little bit of smoke to run into if they need it. Now that's set, so the key can just fire away now. That's going to help them out a little bit. So the main thing you have to do here, because we've got that Tirpitz there, now there is a Natigo and a Fubuki here. Now that Fubuki is quite close. The Natigo is coming in, and that North Carolina has got a lot of torpedoes coming towards it. Tirpitz is going to go down any minute. There's the Roma around the corner there. And looks like we have lost contact with the Fubuki there that was around the corner. Pop hydroacoustics. Now, this is a bad idea. Broadside onto a battleship. That is an absolute spanking there, but I may just get away with this. Hopefully some of those torpedoes will hit. I'm going to get the hell out of dodge. And we're going to line up our second torpedo salvo. Now I've got some more torpedoes incoming. Oh, this is a really bad idea, by the way. Don't ever do this. The galleon there. Now he's avoiding my torpedoes. We've got 1 hit, 2 hits I think on the bow. But he's dodging my torpedoes. That means the galleon's going to get his, and it is out. The Natigo is down. Great work, galleon. So yeah, that was a really risky, silly idea there. We've got the Graf Spey there, so we're going to start firing broadside on. Now here's broadside onto us, so we're going to get some good hits hopefully with these AP shells. Now this is where the British guns come into effect, because we should hopefully get some citadels if we penetrate, or some good damage at least. Go, good, good. Okay, we're not having an absolutely stellar game, but we are still alive. Somehow, sailing broadside on. We've got a Fubaki here. Now, our hydroacoustic is down, so we're just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way and be silly here. Now we can launch a torpedo salvo into the smoke here. Okay, so this guy is around about this location, so I'm going to launch my torpedoes here. And, of course, he's going to have torpedoes ready as well. Now, this is going to be very danger close any second now. Now, those torpedoes are going to come in from him any moment. Now, we're going to take a torpedo or two. Ramming speed. Luckily, we have our own torpedoes. So that is the end of that guy. Now, our damage control is down, but we're going to use our heal. We're going to smoke up here. Now, we are on fire. The Budoin has spotted us. We are just going to fire away here. This is... Whew. I've been playing very risky in this video. Not my usual play style, by the way. Usually I'm much more scared, and I don't do anything interesting. So I thought I'd do something a bit more risky today, and, well, it paid off, kind of. We've got 1 kill, 2 torpedoes, I think, or 3 torpedo hits, a couple of flooding damages. And we're still alive, somehow. That was very, very close, very risky. As I said, we were playing it fast and loose there for a few minutes. Don't ever sail broadside onto a battleship. It's not a wise idea. Unless it works. In which case, if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid. Oh, I don't want to go forwards, I want to reverse, actually. I'll keep capping that area. Now, key's coming in, so that's alright. We're just going to reverse back here and just take a breather. And cap B. Didn't realise how fast I was going forwards then. So we're just going to sit here and cap B. Whew. So yeah, that worked out in our favour. As I said, not wise way of playing in this boat. You generally want to be a little bit more well, careful in this ship, because it is a very fragile boat, as I said. But the key's going to cap B for us. I'm going to hunt down this Budnoane. Let's take on this Russian cruiser. And see if we can't spot that aircraft carrier as well. So we're going to start steaming along here. Oh, the aircraft carrier is down, so it's just that cruiser remaining. I didn't see when the aircraft carrier went. Sorry about that. I wasn't paying complete attention. Now this ship is not going to last much longer, and it's sailing away from us. But we might catch up to get a few salvos on it. We're going to steam in. So all in all, not a bad game. Not a bad display from Leander. Not stellar damage in that game, in all honesty. I mean, we could have done a lot better, I'm sure. But we took out 2 major threats. And that is game, set, and match. Whew, okay. Yeah, and plus, this was a live video, by the way, if you cannot tell by the flustering in my voice. So, yeah, that went very well. Very, very well. So at the moment there is a special task on. I think we're going to be getting decals for the ships at some stage soon. So let's see how we did in team score. So we finished not too badly, in all honesty, considering we were one of the lowest... Well, we were the lowest boat in the game, us and that galleon. We ended up with 1 kill. The galleon had 2 kills. That's great news. On the enemy team, they had the Bunyoe and the Fubaki, who were both at our tier, but yeah, that was it really. It was a pretty scary looking game there for a few minutes. We also had, of course, that AFK at Akatsuki there, which did not help us at all. This Cleveland did nothing all game. No idea where that Cleveland was going or what it was doing. I did hear somebody ask for it to come back for AAA support around the carrier, but it really doesn't look like much was done. So we finished not too badly, in all honesty, in that game. Let's have a look at the report. So 29,000 damage, well, almost 30,000 damage. We had that slight collision with the Key in the Cleveland, just as we were driving along. We took out a torpedo module. We had some torpedo damage as well, which was good. Let's have a look at the credits and experience. So 68,000 credits, not bad. We don't have a premium account, obviously. With premium, it would be double that, really. Not bad experience either, and we got some premium experience, some free experience as well. All in all, not bad at all. That went very, very well, in all honesty. I'm very proud of that one. I must admit that was a very fun, hectic game there. So let's just return to port. Now, as I said, the Leander is a great ship for playing around in, and you will have some serious fun on it as well. It is very decent ship, like all the British cruisers. It's probably one of the better British cruisers as you go through. The Emerald before it is a little bit older. It has a single turret guns, and it does suffer a bit. It's almost like a overly large destroyer. But the Leander itself, it goes very well. And as you see, if you play it right, well, play it wrong in my case, you can have some good games. Still not sure how I survived a side-on contact with a battleship there. That was, I'm going to say it was all skill. One other thing before I go, refer a friend system, okay, is just recently they've added training rooms. Awesome. So that's really good news. This was actually a mod beforehand. We used to have to download this in a mod pack to get it, but now it's actually in the general game. So really good news. Okay guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you thought, and I will catch you next time. This is Screezler out. Bye bye.